Hey guys, I got an order in the mail and I wanted to share what I got with you. I told you guys in a previous video that I had some palettes coming, and this is one of those palettes I was waiting on. So very excited about this one. This one may be the top of the list that I was excited about. So I don't know though, I've got some really exciting ones. So made an order from Sephora. This box looks way bigger on here than it is in person, trust me. And I think I had even mentioned in a previous video about how I like the Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. And they had a sale for Labor Day. And I went ahead and picked up one because I think they're phasing out this whole line actually. And I'm actually very, very sad. I love this foundation, and I also got the translucent powder because this is really good powder. It might be my favorite powder across the board, to be quite honest. And I've only ever tried the smaller version of it, but it's just a mattifying powder and I really love it because I have oily skin. So I went ahead and picked these up just because they're getting rid of them. So that was two of the things that I purchased. This was what I was so excited about. And this, when I saw this out, I had vowed to myself that I wasn't going to buy, you know, a lot more makeup and all that. And then I saw this come out and I was like, oh, that's really pretty. And it's right up my alley. Like, I know that probably I don't use a whole lot of cool tones on my channel, you know, on my videos. But I really love cool tones. I think they look good on me. And that's why I like them. So, when I saw this palette, I was like, oh, that looks really pretty and I think I'm gonna like it. So I picked it up, and the reason I did is because this was not as expensive as some of the other palettes, but I got the Natasha Denona Glam palette. I never thought I would buy a palette from her. And I was probably just talking crap about one the other day. About how I didn't need it because it was so expensive, but it's so pretty. You can see me in there, but it is just really pretty, and I'll show you how pretty the shades are. They just look so pretty. They're very cool tone. There are just a couple, you know, warm tones in there, but for the most part it's all cool tones and I like it. So I really love the shimmers. I'm really excited to play with them. I've not even swatched this yet, so I literally just got it in the mail and I'm excited to play with it. She's named the colors by like where she would place them on the eye. But she's also got on her Instagram page, like, you know, for different skin tones, she's got different placements because you can pop these shadows out of the back of this palette. And so she's got different placements for different skin tones. So you can put different, you know, different shadows and different, you know, like, for the transition or the crease, you know, you could switch out a shadow for a deeper skin tone or such. And I thought that was really cool that she thought to do that. So again, this is not one of her bigger palettes, so it was not as expensive as she normally is, and you know, that's okay because I don't want to pay that high price. But I'm excited that I get to try her formula, so that's another good thing. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quick and prime my eyelids, and then we will do eyes first. Okay, so I put my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer on, just smooth it out a little bit. I'm gonna try to use this shade here just to set all over the eye. It looks a little, I don't want to say ashy in a bad way, but it's kind of ashy, so we'll see how that goes. I hate to blind you guys with the mirror, that's why I'm holding it crazy. Okay. Oh, that'll be okay. That'll work. Can you guys see? Now it's a little bit more gray toned. That's the only reason I was a little skeptical about using it, but it'll be fine. For the transition, or the crease, I'm gonna do this shade right next to that one. Then I'm going to take this shade here and just blend the top of that a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go with this color here, and I'm going to put it in my outer V. Can I just stop for a second and say, wow. They're so easy to blend. Like, honestly, I'm putting them on there and they're basically doing the work. Honestly. I blend just a tiny bit. But for the most part, it's like doing it for me. I'm not even kidding. I'm going to take this corner shade over here. Put it next to that one. That looks so good, and that's with a brush. Then I'm going to take this shade here. It's going on the inner part of the eyelid. I'm not sure if you, like, I think it looks even better in person than I'm looking at it on camera. I'm gonna try to get close. But I mean, like, it's so pretty. I know I'm a little bit crazy sometimes, but I'm gonna take this crease shade right here. Just dip into it the tiniest bit because these are so pigmented. And I'm just gonna go around the outer edge ever so slightly. Then I'm going to take this shade down here and put it on the brow bone. Guys, these shadows are absolutely amazing. And I'm not just like saying that just because it's a Natasha Denona palette. Like, I'm thoroughly surprised at how good they blend. I mean, like, it just is amazing. If all of her formulas are like this, like, wow, I've been missing out. Maybe there's a reason she's so expensive. I've seen these YouTubers like put it on and it looks like it's so effortless and stuff, and I'm like, well, it's because they've done this, you know, for a long time. But then it's like, well, maybe it's her formula. And I'm glad I did my eyes first. I did have some fallout, and there was a little kick up in the pan, but I don't find kick up like a bad thing, because I don't, if they're packed in there hard, sometimes it's hard to get good payoff. So that's just me. I'm gonna go do the rest of my foundation, everything, and I'll come back and we'll do the bottom lash line and everything together. Okay, guys. I use the Peach Perfect on my face. I went ahead and used the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is the Smashbox Super Light Smooth and Blur primer. I used it. I've really been enjoying it, and I like how blurred my skin looks today. But I got that. I didn't pay full price for it. I got it from BoxyCharm, and I paid like super cheap for it. So then I've got my Milani bronzer on. I have my Moon Prism blush palette. This is a new purchase too. but I have this shade, and then I added just a tiny bit of this shade. So kind of like a deeper, and I mean, they're very pigmented, so you don't need very much at all, but just kind of like a little mixture of these three. For blush, Master Chrome highlighter, and then my Benefit roller liner is what I have on. And for lips, I did my ColourPop BFF liner. Then I put my Mary Kay chocolate nude gloss over top of it, and I thought that that looked really good together. So hopefully it goes with the eyes. I think it does. So let's finish up my eyes so that I can put some mascara on. I feel naked without it. So for my lash line, I am going to take this shade called Lash Line, and I'm just going to take this little flat brush here. I'm going to take very little of this because it's not going to need very much, I'm pretty sure. So I didn't take it all the way over. Trying to give more of a lifted look to the eye. Then I'm going to take this shade here called Smoke with a pencil brush. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of the same color that I put on the brow bone and just put on my inner corner and bring it on the bottom lash line too. Just so beautiful. I love it. This was a good purchase. I'm going to take my Mary Kay black pencil liner and just line my waterline. And I'm going to tight line too. It just makes my lashes look longer. I'm going to go ahead and use my Benefit roller lash too. It's close to being done. I went ahead and layered that up with some, just because it was getting low, I went ahead and put some Lily Lashes XXX mascara on there too. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty, this is probably my new favorite palette. I love this palette. These colors are perfect for me. I absolutely just, I'm dying over it. I mean, that's how much I absolutely love it. And it was a lot to spend on a palette, I'm not gonna lie. But I totally see myself like reaching for this a lot. So yeah, I don't think it's a waste of money by any means. It's neutral, so it's something that I will reach for daily. So I just really enjoy that that color story. So that's why I think that's why I decided to take the plunge and just do it and get it. I've always wanted to try the formula first and foremost, but even beyond that, I wanted something that I would actually wear, and this is definitely a palette I'm gonna wear. So I'm so excited to finally have a Natasha Denona palette. But to have one that I absolutely truly love. Like, this eye look took no time at all. It really blended itself, and I'm so incredibly happy. So this to me is a win. It was completely a score. And I absolutely love it. So if you are wanting a Natasha Denona palette but you don't want to spend the money on it, let me give you a little tip. C Color Cosmetics, they dupe a lot of her palettes. Also, like Alter Ego will dupe a lot of her palettes. So this one's a new one, so they don't have a dupe for it yet. But some of her other palettes they do have dupes for. Now the formula is not exactly the same. I'm not trying to say that their formula is the same, but color story wise, you can find pretty much the same thing at either one of those. So check those out if it's something you don't want to necessarily spend the Natasha Denona price on. Then you can definitely, you know, check that out, because I wouldn't have necessarily done this. It was kind of a splurge thing, which all my makeup purchases really are, the higher end things. So but I'm very pleased, very happy. I love this eye look. Like I said, I love cooler tones. I think they just look good. Anytime I wear cooler tones, I feel like they just look good. So I'm happy with them. I'm happy with the look. I'm happy with everything. So minimal fallout, but there is fallout, so just FYI on that. And yeah, I almost forgot to do swatches. Sorry guys. These are the most buttery the mattes and the shimmers are so buttery. So I did angle my camera a little bit different. So this is the first shade. It's called Center Eyelid. Like I said, she's named these by the places she would normally put them, so that's why. But this one is Center Eyelid, Outer Eyelid, Inner Corner, Crease, and Transition. I basically used this whole row today on my eyes, but it was this like just most buttery swatches ever. Truly. Smoke, Blend, Lash Line, Inner Corner, Center Eyelid. Again, such pretty swatches. Easy to do, very smooth. Here's the bottom row swatched. This first one is Center Eyelid, Outer Eyelid, Center Eyelid, Outer Eyelid, and Brow Bone. Beautiful swatches. I really have never put my finger in a more smooth formula, and I'm not just saying that, it truly was. So just wanted to throw that out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I really appreciate your love and support, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye guys.